Pathetic. Jeremy Clarkson accused Meghan of abusing his case to earn Diana Award, but failing miserably. The press watchdog has upheld a complaint that a Jeremy Clarkson opinion column in The Sun was sexist towards the Duchess of Sussex, describing some of the comments about her as pejorative and prejudicial. The independent press standards organization, Ipso, also rejected complaints about the piece, in which Clarkson wrote he had dreamed of Meghan being paraded naked through the British towns and publicly shamed, and saying it was inaccurate, harassed the Duchess, and included discriminatory references to her on grounds of race. The newspaper will have to publish a summary of the findings against it on the same page as the column usually appears, along with a notice flagging the statement on the front page of Saturday's edition and on its website. In a statement, the newspaper said it accepts that with free expression comes responsibility, adding that it has a proud history of campaigning for women. However, Jeremy Clarkson flipped the cards upside down and accused Meghan Markle of trying to take the spotlight away from Diana Awards by the news about their case when it was closed out in April. The case was closed a long time ago, but now Meghan tried to dig it up. It's probably to counteract Valentine Lowe. To be honest, it worked. She got what she wanted. It's trending on Twitter, and that was her only goal. Harry could have had it all. He had the people's heart, but he threw it all away for money. He betrayed his mom and his brother, so now he helps Meghan to make money from his family. Unbelievable. Prince Harry doesn't deserve to appear in Diana Award. Stupid prince should come back to his new mom, Meghan Markle, and stay in Montecito for good. He also pointed out that it's possible that Meghan Markle bribed the organization to and cooperate with WME to write this article. From the BBC article posted earlier about Ipso's decision, Ipso's chief executive, Charlotte de War, told the BBC's media correspondent, David Solito, that regulator had considered complaints from two groups, gender equality charity, the Fawcett Society, and the Wild Foundation, a charity that helps victims and survivors of abuse. I wonder if TW has previous ties to these organizations. The Fawcett Society Gender Equality Charity, which complained to Ipso, said the ruling is a landmark decision about a vile and offensive column. The ruling is the first time a complaint about Ipso or to Ipso about discrimination relating to someone's sex has been upheld, the regulator said. Ipso found the article made references to the Duchess's sex, including a claim that she exercised power over the Duke of Sussex because of her sexuality. It said this was a reference to stereotypes about women using their sexuality to exert influence, and implied that it was the Duchess's sexuality, rather than any other attribute or accomplishment, which was the source of her power. The regulator also found the article's use of comparison to Scotland's former First Minister Nicola Sturgeon and serial killer Rose West was because the three are female. In the article, Clarkson wrote, "I hate her, Meghan, not like I hate Nicola Sturgeon or Rose West. I hate her on a cellular level." Ipso also said Clarkson framed Meghan's position as a specifically female-negative role model when he referred to her influence on younger people, especially girls, and described his dream of her being publicly shamed in the streets of Britain as a form of humiliation and degradation. It said, Ipso considered that any of these references individually might not represent a breach of the code. However, to argue that a woman is in a position of influence due to vivid bedroom promises, to compare the hatred of an individual to other women only, and to reference a fictional scene of public humiliation given to a sexually manipulative woman, read as a whole, amounted to a breach of Clause 12, which relates to discrimination. Ipso therefore found that the column included a number of references which, taken together, amounted to a pejorative and prejudicial reference to the Duchess of Sussex's sex in breach of the editor's code. Ipso said it also considered in detail the complaints relating to the Duchess's race, but concluded that elements cited did not provide a basis to establish that there was a pejorative reference to race. It also said publications of one article was not sufficient to support a breach of harassment and did not breach the accuracy clause. The regulator launched the investigation following complaints from the Fawcett Society and the Wild Foundation. The Duchess did not complain to Ipso or make any representations. The regulator said the Duchess was given the chance to comment, but she indicated that she did not have any opposition to Ipso, considering a complaint from the representative groups. The article, which was published on page 17 of the newspaper, December 17, 2022, became Ipso's most complained about article ever, receiving more than 25,000 complaints. Former Top Gear host Clarkson later apologized for the piece, describing his language as disgraceful and said he was profoundly sorry. The Sun also apologized and said it regretted the publication of the column, which was removed online.